Come. Up. Oh, useful. That's where we're going. The frozen flow from the Ice Father. It keeps many things, but it won't have her.
Not if we can help it.
More up? We're lucky. Handholds have thawed. There. She's passed out again.
Between us, we can fight the machines off before they reach her.
Another tradition broken.
Take it from me. It gets easier the more you do it.
This won't be easy, Aloy.
Keep moving!
Archers now! This won't be easy, Aloy. We did it.
I can feel her fever even in this cold. She shouldn't have been putting weight on this leg.
She is awake. Miss Outlander. You brought her here, Ikri?
You think I went to the Nora homelands to find a spear to drive between us?
I told you. The ordeal is mine, and mine alone. I will survive.
Which would you rather keep, Mylin? Your leg or your pride? Because I think you're gonna have to choose.
Finish it.
I know what you think of me. But I vowed you'd join the White Teeth. And you will.
I will go back. Alone. No! Let me do this. Please. Let her.
Mylen, I hope you can forgive me someday.
I never accepted your help. It's the Were Act you should ask for forgiveness.
I didn't care about the Werak.
She'll understand. You saved her life.
You don't know the Banuk very well, Aloy. We have so many ways to express a grudge, and only one to accept an apology. I have to go my own way. I don't belong with them, who left her to die. And I don't belong with Ikri. I'll find a crack in this glacier, and I'll shout my grief into it. And the ice can keep it forever.
What should I tell them? Warwick.
That I fell. And that she endured. Will you?
Mylen has returned. I expect you have something to say about this.
I do.
Then convince me what an Outlander's word is worth.
I'm not up on all of the Banuk traditions, but I know what matters to you is that your laws are upheld. Going by the rules of your ordeal, she endured the 4 days and the 4 nights. She faced the extremes and survived. Seems to me that's what you wanted.
Just so.
Then by the law, Mylen will wear our paint.
Outlander. So nothing of the other hunter? The one called Ikri?
She's gone. She sounded brave.
Her name will always be in my song.
The tall knight with the frost figures is some sort of spiritual sight. It's just a damn shame.
Hard to believe bandits could find a foothold in the country.
said to find her friend, the rock painter. Seems paintings mean a lot to the Banuk.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe remained far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she saw it behind the world.
Some will try to cut down your achievement at the hunting grounds. Don't listen.
Look to the frozen tall neck and remember, the struggle to survive. Cold.
What does the Outlander want?
I'm looking for Skuli.
You found her. Come, come. Let's get it over with.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
Araya said you could help me get the Werak's attention.
Araya works in strange ways, but I've drunk paint to survive in a blizzard, so I'm one to talk. I'll get you noticed, if you bring me the pigments I need to complete my work.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
Araya said you two were friends.
I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Araya understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their Werak.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward, but I'd reward you as well.
Is this swaying, or is it just me?
The wood bends with the wind. Lean into it.
Lean into it. Sure. I'll leave you to it. I get the feeling you prefer to work alone.
It's my curse.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the...
Carja Outlanders.
One of these days, I'm going to take a holiday. Just don't know where.
Don't mind the work. Better to worry about it. Also, good job with Carja.
Nice to rest my feet for a minute. Nice to have a break. Work's been hard lately.
I work hard every day. Sleep like a rock every night.
Lucky that the Nora was there to protect the Sun King. What on earth were the Vanguard doing?
So much to worry about. Sunfall, machines, shards. I need a breath.
I hope this ceasefire lasts. I've no stomach for killing other Persian. Every time I have a quiet moment.
What did it take to knock one of those over? They're built to last. time ago. The scavengers have just gotten started. They're angry. Of the scavengers. Should scan the Tallneck. See how deep the damage goes. Scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, we Maybe I could even reactivate it. Get it what's inside its head. I can get out of this. freezing. The ground, the air, me. Machine saw me. Guard seems intact. Still makes it feel tough. They're scanning for me. Handy. Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was. Through it again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching. Wake you up? Easy now. Easy! Right, it's never easy. No way I'll be able to take a machine that big down. should be a good spot for jumping onto the tall neck. All right. Now I just have to reach its head. Breaking out the tall neck ought to get the Werak's attention once word gets around. In fact, I'll bet my name's all over Song's Edge. Might be time to challenge Aratak.
Which story she was painting, and she said all stories. What does that even mean? How far have we fallen that an outlander could beat us at our own hunting?
If we must face stronger machines, we'll have to become better hunters.
My people have been telling tales of your accomplishments. Seems you have taken a special interest in our stretch of snow, Outlander.
Yes. And apparently this is the only way I'll get to see all of it.
Is this a challenge?
For the Werak.
You? This must be a joke.
It is not a joke, Aratak!
The Outlander's your pawn. And with you backing her claim, I have no choice but to accept. I expected better of you, sister.
It was you who forbid me from Thunder's drum, brother.
Brother and sister? This is a little more complicated than I thought.
No, it's simple. You will meet me at the Frost Figures, and I'll put a quick end to this mockery.
I suppose I owe you an explanation.
Yeah. I suppose you do. So why didn't you tell me that you and Aratak are siblings?
I thought I wouldn't have to. I'm surprised Aratak brought it up in front of a stranger. He must be very angry. Not always the best judge of
People.
I prefer the company of spirits. They're simply my own. I didn't want you to think of our pilgrimage as some sort of family squabble. It's much more important than that.
It's bold, I'll give you that. Going after your own brother.
He gave me no choice. He thinks I'm a child to be shoved to the back of the hunt. He would forbid me from my destiny. And yet, part of me did it knowing he would forgive me, eventually. He always does.
Family drama aside, what's this challenge meant to be anyway?
You and Aratak will hunt machines at the Frost Figures. The victor will be the fastest. It won't be easy.
Nothing about this has been so far.
When you meet us at the starting point, I'll tell you more. It will be simpler to explain from the base of the hills.
Araya, it's not about who's related to who. I want to know what's inside Thunder's drum. The spirit, the daemon, and how it all connects to the machines. But if we're gonna go through with this, I need you to be straight with me.
I underestimated you. And Aratak. I won't make that mistake again.
See you at the Frost Figures, then. So, off to risk my life in order to take charge of a Banuk hunting band. Just what I always wanted. Frost Figures, here I come.